If there's one thing we've all learned from traveling, it's that packing can make or break your entire trip. You'd think tossing clothes in a suitcase is the easy part, right? But the reality is, one wrong move, one overlooked detail, and suddenly you're that person standing in the middle of an airport terminal, sweating bullets, regretting every single decision you made with that carry-on. And trust me, I've been there. So let's start with the biggest mistake, the one no one ever talks about, but it has the power to ruin your trip before you even leave home. Ready? Overpacking. Yeah, I know it sounds too obvious, but hear me out. Overpacking doesn't just mean having a heavy suitcase. It means stress. It means baggage fees that cost more than your actual flight. It means lugging a brick-sized bag up 5 flights of stairs in that charming little Airbnb in Europe where elevators are more of a myth than reality. And the worst part? You end up wearing only about 40% of what you brought. Don't believe me? Think back to your last trip. How many outfits did you pack just in case? And how many ended up untouched at the bottom of your suitcase? Exactly. If you think that's bad, wait until I tell you what comes next. The second mistake that sneaks up on people is shoes. I get it, you want options. Sneakers for walking, heels for going out, flip-flops for the beach, boots because maybe you'll feel like hiking. But shoes are suitcase vampires. They drain all your space and add serious weight. The truth is, most trips only require 2, maybe 3 pairs max. A versatile sneaker, a pair of sandals or slip-ons, and maybe something slightly dressier if you know you'll need it. That's it. Think about it. Every extra pair of shoes is like paying rent for square footage in your suitcase. And when you're sprinting across an airport trying to make your connection, that extra 5 pounds is going to feel like you're dragging a bag of bricks. Now let's talk about the messiest mistake, toiletries. If you've ever opened your suitcase and discovered shampoo had staged a full-on explosion all over your clothes, you know exactly what I mean. It's not just gross, it's soul-crushing. Here's the thing, you don't need full-size anything. Hotels, Airbnbs, even hostels, they almost always provide basics. And if they don't, you can buy travel-sized versions wherever you land. But if you really can't live without your favorite products, here's the hack. Cling wrap under the cap. Unscrew the bottle, place a piece of plastic wrap, screw it back on, and boom, leak-proof. Or, even better, solid toiletries, solid shampoo, solid conditioner, even solid toothpaste tablets exist now. And they're basically spill-proof magic. But that's not the mistake that really destroys trips. Oh no, the next one is sneakier. Imagine this, you're standing in your hotel room, suitcase exploded open, and you realize you brought 5 t-shirts that don't match a single pair of pants you packed. Suddenly, you're the fashion disaster of your vacation photos. The mistake here isn't just what you packed, it's how you packed. Randomly throwing clothes into a bag without thinking about outfits is like trying to bake a cake with random ingredients. You might end up with something edible, but it won't be good. The solution? Pack in outfits, not items. Think in terms of mix and match. If each shirt works with at least 2 pairs of bottoms, congratulations, you just doubled your wardrobe without adding weight. And here's a bonus. Rolling clothes instead of folding. It saves space, minimizes wrinkles, and gives you a quick overview of what's in your bag. Honestly, it's like unlocking cheat codes for your suitcase. If you thought that tip was helpful, what I tell you next will blow your mind. One of the biggest packing mistakes people make is ignoring their carry-on. You think it's just a place to throw snacks and headphones, but in reality, it's your lifeline. Picture this, your checked luggage doesn't make it to your destination. It's chilling in some random airport while you're panicking at baggage claim. If your carry-on doesn't have at least 1 spare outfit, medications, toiletries, and charges, you're doomed. This isn't about paranoia, it's about survival. Because nothing says vacation disaster like trying to find underwear at 11 p.m. in a foreign city where the only open store sells overpriced souvenirs and questionable flip-flops. Let's talk tech, because this is where so many travelers get it painfully wrong. Packing mistakes with gadgets can be brutal, and I mean trip-ruining brutal. You don't need 3 cameras, 2 laptops, a tablet, and a drone, unless you're filming a National Geographic documentary or running a full-blown media company from your hotel room. Overpacking gadgets doesn't just weigh you down, it makes you a walking stress magnet. You'll worry about theft every time you step away from your bag. You'll waste time untangling a jungle of cables. And here's the kicker, you'll still end up using your phone for 90% of your photos and videos. So what's the fix? Streamlined. Choose one main device for capturing memories. Maybe that's your phone. Maybe it's a lightweight mirrorless camera if you're serious about photography. For entertainment, don't carry 3 different screens. Your phone or tablet can cover most of it. And as for laptops, unless you have to work while traveling, leave it at home. You'll thank yourself when your backpack doesn't feel like a portable brick. Now here's where most people mess up. Cables and chargers. You don't need a separate cable for every device. Look for multi-charging cables, the kind with multiple heads, USB-C, Lightning, micro USB, all in one. It's like a Swiss Army knife for your tech. And speaking of must-haves, a universal adapter is non-negotiable. Forgetting one is like forgetting your toothbrush. Sure, you'll survive, but you'll hate every second of it. Bonus tip, pack a small power bank, because nothing screams rookie traveler like being stranded in a foreign city with 2% battery and no way to call your Uber. Trust me, if you keep your tech lean, efficient, and charged, your future self will be thankful. Another classic packing mistake, not checking the weather properly. You see sunny on your weather app and assume you're golden. Then you arrive and realize sunny actually means humid, sticky, and unbearable. Or worse, surprise rainstorms that turn your carefully planned outfits into soggy disasters. The fix is simple. Layers, a lightweight jacket, a compact umbrella, and clothes that can adapt. Because here's the truth, the weather doesn't care about your Instagram photos. And if you've ever tried sightseeing in jeans that feel like a wet sponge, you'll never make this mistake again. When it comes to actual clothes, think versatile and practical. A lightweight, packable rain jacket is a lifesaver. It barely takes up space, but saves you from walking around like a drenched tourist. Quick dry shirts and breathable fabrics like merino wool or moisture-wicking synthetics are game changers because they keep you cool in heat and layer well in the cold. Swap heavy jeans for travel-friendly pants that are stretchy, wrinkle-resistant, and comfortable enough for both city exploring and long flights. Always pack at least one pair of versatile shoes, like good quality sneakers that can handle walking tours and casual dinners. And don't underestimate the power of a simple scarf or pashmina. It works as a blanket on planes, a shield against the sun, or an extra layer when the temperature drops unexpectedly. If you stick to pieces that mix, match, and adapt, you'll always be ready. Whether you're facing tropical humidity, chilly evenings, or a surprise downpour. Here's one people never think about until it's too late, leaving no space for souvenirs. We've all done it. You pack your suitcase to the brim, every inch filled, and then halfway through your trip, you spot that gorgeous handmade rug, or those sneakers you absolutely need. Suddenly, you're cramming things into side pockets like a desperate game of Tetris. The pro move here is twofold. Option 1. Intentionally leave some space in your main suitcase. Pack just a little lighter than you think you need so you've got room for the treasures you'll inevitably bring back. Option 2. Bring a foldable duffel. These pack down super small on the way there, and when you need them, boom, you've got a whole extra bag for souvenirs. But here's the catch. Yes, on the flight back, you might have to check it in as an additional bag, which could mean paying a fee. That's why it's smart to check your airline's baggage policy before your trip. Sometimes you can prepay for an extra bag at a much lower rate. Or sometimes your ticket already includes a second checked item. Worst case scenario, you've got options. Pay the fee and bring your haul home safely, or use the duffel as your carry-on if you kept it small enough. Either way, having that backup bag beats the misery of sitting on your suitcase, praying the zipper doesn't explode in front of everyone at the airport. And then, the sneakiest mistake, not planning for laundry. People either bring way too many clothes thinking they'll never have the chance, or way too few assuming laundry will magically appear. The reality is somewhere in the middle. Most places offer laundry services, even if it's just a sink and some detergent. Knowing this saves you from packing that 5th pair of jeans you'll never wear. A simple laundry bag keeps dirty and clean clothes separate, and having a mini detergent sheet means you can wash essentials in a pinch. It's not glamorous, but trust me, smelling like fresh laundry beats smelling like regret. At the end of the day, packing isn't just about stuffing things in a bag, it's about strategy. Every smart decision you make at home saves you stress, money, and frustration on the road. So pack light, pack smart, and for the love of travel, don't bring 5 pairs of shoes. Because remember, the less you carry, the more freedom you have to actually enjoy the journey.